how are you doing?
Good.
Oh, great.
Came back from a run, and we went to the gym.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Just came back from a run.
Mm-hmm.
How far did you run?
Not very far. We kind of got lost.
You kind of got lost?
So we were following a blue line that we thought we were supposed to follow.
Oh, yeah.
And it just came to a stop. So we just said, okay, that's it.
This is around the...
Yeah, there's a few runs you could do. There's small ones and large ones.
Oh, I got you.
And it was the first night that we started running. So
Oh.
it's so weird. It's not that big,
Oh?
but you get turned around.
Yeah.
I still don't know my way around.
Yeah. That's not surprising.
It's really weird.
How many were running?
Oh, just me and two other guys.
Oh, okay.
We went to the gym and then went for a run.
Oh, like you mean lifting weights and stuff? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do today?
I remember when I had to go to Depot, they gave me the option to go a day early. Classes started on a Monday. I could go there on a Sunday or I could go there on a Saturday, and I thought, I'm definitely going on the Saturday. It felt like it took me all my life to get to Depot. I put so much time and work into getting there, I couldn't wait to go. So I was definitely going to go the day before. And I'm glad I did. Glad I spent Saturday and Sunday there. Saturday, we partied our asses off Saturday night. And Sunday, we woke up and it was a great feeling. It was a great feeling to be there. It was a terrible feeling leaving. Leaving in Nanaimo and saying goodbye to my parents. That was hard. That was scary. It was a scary, hard feeling. But the moment I arrived in Regina, that all went away. The moment I got to the guard room and entered Depot, it was no longer scary. It was a great time. It was a great moment of my life. And that Sunday, I called my dad, who recorded every single one of my conversations with him while I was at Depot. I didn't know he was doing that. And yeah, Sunday we went for a run in Depot, and we got lost. I don't know how you get lost in Depot, but we got lost in Depot. We were following some sort of line, and the line came to an end, and we stopped running. It was a short run. But I wouldn't have remembered that if my dad didn't record that. I wouldn't have had that memory. And I'm glad he did. And that's what you guys should do. You should record your time at Depot somehow. Because you're going to forget it. Guaranteed you're going to forget it. Guys, it's Clinton Jaws. That's who I am. Former cop. Used to be a cop. I'm not a cop anymore. That makes me retired. I'm doing this now. Talking. Subscribe to my channel. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Guys, can you subscribe to my channel? Please, subscribe. Makes me feel good when I see a new subscriber pop up on my phone. And call my hotline number, 604-330-2512. It's kind of slowed down a bit with that. I won't make fun of you on the air. If you don't want me to play it on the air, whatever you say on my voicemail, then I won't play it. Make a statement, ask a question, anything. Former cops, new cops, just a regular person. I like it when you call. It gives me something to talk about. So yeah, call that number and add me on Spotify. Let's get into it, okay? Tip number 2. RCMP tip number 2. And I hate saying the word tip. RCMP tip. It grosses me out. I don't like it. But that's what it is. Clinton Jaws. RCMP tips. And there's going to be about 50 or 100 of these. I don't even know. Maybe 2. I don't even know how many tips I'm going to give. What's my tip? It is combat breathing. Yeah, I wrote it down right here. Combat breathing. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're going, oh, God. You're not going to talk about combat breathing, are you? Do you know how many times we've heard about combat breathing? We know how to combat breathe. Do you, though? Do you really know how to combat breathing? I'm going to tell you why it's important. Combat breathing relaxes you. It makes you a better person. And I'm going to tell you how to combat breathe at the end of this. I started combat breathing before I even knew it was a thing, before it was even a thing. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing this to calm myself down. I started doing it when I was in the RCMP process, and I'd take some runs around town, around a track. I would breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, slowly. I also did it when I took my RCMP medical, when the doctor had me on the gurney, or whatever you want to call it, the hospital bed. And he hooked me up. He's going to take my pressure, my heart rate, and all that stuff. And I was a worrywart, guys, going through the process because I wanted it so bad. So even the RCMP medical, I thought they were going to find something like I had AIDS or something. I thought something was going to come back. Something like that. That's how I used to think. And so I started combat breathing when he had me all hooked up and he's taking my temperature. And as I'm blowing out, I know my heart rate is going from... I got really good at it. I could really slow down my heart. And the doctor said, "What'd you do? What'd you do there?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He kind of scared me. "You did something. What just happened?" Because just a second ago, my heart rate was going through the roof, and then it just kind of almost stopped. And it made him jump. It worried him. I did combat breathing and depot all the time. One of my worst fears is public speaking. I hate public speaking. And when it's about my time, about my turn to get up, my heart rate just be going through the roof. And I would just sit there and combat breathe until it was my turn to get up. I don't know if it really helped with public speaking, but that's what I did. My first drill class, I was petrified of it because I had seen all the old drill clips on the TV, like the really old ones, where they were when the drill sergeant was really mean, or the drill corporal. So I would combat breathe during drill, praying that he wouldn't come up to me and talk to me. This is a big one for me. It's my firearms qualification. I'm in depot. The buses don't have any coffee before firearms qualification, guys. They bussed us to where the firearms place was to shoot your gun. I sat in the bus alone, and I was a good shot. I had shot 250 a week before, but I was still nervous. I was nervous because people get kicked out of depot for shooting and driving. Those are the number two things back then. So I just sat on the bus alone, didn't talk to anybody, and I just sat there and I breathed. I breathed so much that I depressed myself. And it sounds weird, but that's the state I wanted to be. I was depressed. I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about anything. And I did that by breathing. And it worked. It worked. I remember the pare test before we had to do the pare test. They were taking your heart pressure or whatever. And I was sitting there with the fella that's going to mark me. And he's got me all hooked up, and I started combat breathing while he's taking my pressure. And he even said, "Oh my God, this guy's dead over here." Like I could reduce my heart rate that much in that short a time. And I think it all started when I started running in Nanaimo, preparing for the RCMP. And I did it all the way through depot. Years later, I had a best friend. He's in depot. This is years later. And he calls me up. And I'm going to try to remember this story for you. And he calls me up and he goes, "Hey man, it's not working out for me. I can't do this. I'm coming home." And I'm like, "Why? What's going on, dude?" "I can't do the public speaking. Clint, even when they ask me my name, I have to state my name. I get nervous and I get all shaky. I can't do it. I'm thinking, I talked to my cousin. He's going to get me a job at Starbucks." And I'm like, "Come on, man. You got to take your head out of your ass right now, okay? You're not coming back. You're not coming back here. Do you know what's here right now? Nothing. Nothing is here. If you come back, you're nothing. You're going to be nothing." I really gave it to him. "You don't want to do that. You're in the best place in the world right now. Do you know how many people want to be at RCMP training?" And then I kind of lied a little bit. I said, "It's the best job in the world, man." You're going to work at Starbucks? Starbucks over your little fear? You got to get it together. You got to get that fear together. Nobody's looking at you in class when you're doing a presentation. Nobody cares. They're not even thinking of you. They're thinking of themselves. You're better than most of those people there. And then I started telling them about combat breathing. This is what you need to do. And who cares if you fail at public speaking? If you come back, then you're failing. You don't come back for a job that's $20,000 a year and you potentially are going to make, I don't know, 30? Kidding. 80? 6? I don't know what it is. Before you get up, you need to sit in your chair and you need to combat breathe and you need to depress yourself. And you need to tell yourself you don't care. You don't care. Anyway, he ended up staying. He finished it. He's been a cop for, 15 years now. He probably would have been a millionaire, owning 52 Starbucks. So I apologize for that. But it worked out. Guys, don't leave Depot. Don't be the person that leaves Depot. Don't say it's not for you. It's not. Find out after you get your badge. Stay in Depot. There's nothing going on over here. It's all going on over in Depot. That's the exciting place. Why would you get there to leave? Don't listen to what your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend has to say. Tough. You probably will regret it for the rest of your life if you leave Depot. There's so many people. We had a guy in our troop. He left at week 6. For no good reason. Finish it. You got there. You're lucky. At least get your badge. And then if it's not for you, then it's not for you. It's such a great experience. It's hell. I never wanted to be there, but it was the most satisfying thing in my entire life the day I got to leave. There's nothing better than showing a Cactus Club girl that you got a badge in your wallet, okay? Cactus Club girl? Yeah. This is embarrassing. But this is how I combat breathe. I know you hear, do you hold it in for 4 seconds, 7 seconds, 3 seconds? It all has to do with you. It all has to do with your body. Don't read the instructions. Do what feels good. This is what feels good for me. When my heart is going like this, I breathe through the nose, okay? I don't know why I did that with my hand. I don't know how long I held it for, but when I'm blowing out, I could feel my heart rate go from here, in some cases, just almost stop while I'm breathing out. I breathe out longer. It doesn't really matter how slowly you breathe in. It's the breathing out part. One more time. That's how you do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.